So there was an altercation right before the half between Fox Sports 1's Shannon Sharpe and a few members of the Memphis Grizzlies team. Steven Adams, looks like Dylan Brooks was involved in this, and also Ja Morant's dad was involved in this, T. Morant. So here's what Shannon Sharpe explained to ESPN, his opposing network, right after this altercation happened at the half. Here's what he said what happened. He said, they didn't want this smoke. They do all that talking and jockeying, and I ain't about that jockeying. It started with Dylan Brooks. I said he was too small to guard LeBron. He said, F me. I said, F you back. He started to come at me and said, you don't want these problems. And then Ja came out of nowhere talking. He definitely didn't want these problems. Then his dad came, and he obviously didn't want these problems. But I want anything they had. Don't let these fools fool you now. So after the game, T. Morant did say there's nothing but love between him and Shannon Sharpe, just two guys from the South talking trash and supporting their teams. Dylan Brooks believes Shannon Sharpe should have been ejected from this basketball game. He told that to some reporters in the post game. And how about even LeBron chimed in on this one and said, I ride with Shannon 365 days, 366 on a leap year, 24/7. That's my guy. I always got his back, and he's got mine. He can talk with the best of them for sure. So a lot of nothing, but this is something. So we'll do it like this, right? I purposely did not want to do this with the highlight of the basketball game. That's also available on this YouTube channel. Please make sure you subscribe to my platform for more exclusive content, because I don't want this to interfere with the game, because this is nonsense. I am greatly disappointed in Uncle Shannon Sharpe. I got nothing but respect and admiration for Shannon. Anybody that's a longtime supporter of this platform, y'all know I stand by this right away. Well, Shannon Sharpe, I studied journalism, man. I worked at ESPN. I've seen some of the greats. What Shannon Sharpe is doing as an analyst on a debate television show, as a former football player, we've never seen anything like it. His vernacular, those old grandma sayings and all that great stuff, it is second to none, and he's doing a phenomenal job branding himself on FS1. I got to give that man the ultimate credit for what he's doing. He's done a phenomenal job at branding himself as the old unk that you can talk sports with, the one that knows a couple things, that's been there, done there, that knows a couple things about life. That's what his brand is, and that's what makes him fantastic television. Him alongside Skip Bayless, they're both, say what you want about him, fantastic television, right? I've never met Shannon Sharpe for what it's worth in my life. But here's the thing. That's wrong on Shannon's part. He's on the front row of that game. Either he got those tickets from LeBron personally, from Clutch, that's Rich Paul, because this was some front row tickets, or the Lakers organization gave him those tickets. So what I'm trying to say is, more times than not, I don't believe Shannon Sharpe spent $30,000, $40,000 on those tickets. Look, Unc is good. Now I'm saying I'm pretty confident he's good. But what I'm saying is, those are probably a courtesy tickets package, right? They probably gave him as a common courtesy. He always takes up for LeBron. That's his guy. He knows LeBron. They probably gave him those tickets as a common courtesy of a little, yo, here, you good, man. As long as you hit us up, we got you, bro. He's a guest. And at the end of the day, Shannon is a former athlete. He knows this. It's not his responsibility to make it about the game. He make himself about the game. He's not a part of the game. And one thing that I've seen time and time with Skip and Shannon over the last few years, they keep making it about themselves. They've crossed lines. Stephen A. never does this, by the way. They have crossed lines. It's all about them now. Don't you see that? They've made it too much about them. There are debate topics. I like their show. There are debate topics when Skip and Shannon are saying, hey, I believe an athlete did this because they watched our show yesterday. You're giving yourself way too much credit. Now, I think a lot of athletes watch Undisputed. Let me be clear about that. But when you start to insert yourself into basketball games, and another thing, Shannon giving an interview, he gave that clip to Dave, or that quote, to Dave McMenamin, apparently. He's an ESPN reporter. He's pretty much followed LeBron James wherever he's at in his career around. You gave a quote at halftime about an incident that you were just involved in to somebody of your rival. At the end of the day, That's a rival network. And at the end of the day, they're not going to paint you in the most positive light. They put that quote out immediately. And I'm sure T. Morant didn't hear that quote because he was asked by Bleacher Report about him and Shannon Sharpe, and he said it was all good. But when he finds out that Shannon Sharpe at halftime was like, yo, T don't want this smoke. His kid came over. They know they don't want this smoke. That's not good. What are you talking? You just got into a halftime altercation where I'm going to always side with the talent on the court, right? Like if it was just a random fan, remember when LeBron James was involved in that incident last year in Indiana and he told the fan, you got to get out? And if I'm not mistaken, Shannon Sharpe went on FS1 Undisputed and was like, that fan needed to get out. Well, Shannon Sharpe should have been ejected from that game. And had he been a normal fan, he would have been ejected from that game. Had he not been a celebrity, and that's wrong. Again, that's damn, I'm just speaking facts to y'all. That's damn wrong. Two things. That fan that was on the front row of that Indiana game probably paid for them tickets. And Shannon ain't paid for them tickets. He stayed in that game and was there to the end of it because he was a celebrity. So there are so many things wrong. I'm disappointed in Shannon. He knows better than that. Never make it about you. You are a spectator. If Desmond or Dylan Brooks said F you, so what? You don't got to pop it like that. You are a fan. You're watching him. He's the show. You're not. And look, I'm from Memphis. Be clear. That Memphis Grizzlies team are doing everything they can to be love them or hate them, right? They're embodying either you ride 10 toes down or you hate us. They are a very unlikable team if you are not already a fan of Memphis. I'm just being honest, right? I'm from Memphis. They're a very unlikable team. But they embracing that. And I get it. It gets feisty. Guys talk their stuff. But you can't do that. Shannon Sharpe's way out of bounds. He's way wrong for that. He's wrong. He's dead wrong. That's all I got. Two things also before we get up out of here on a lighter note. Number one, there are not too many people that want to bump into Shannon Sharpe. I got this quote. Anybody that knows me, I go by this in my life. Shannon Sharpe's in phenomenal shape for anybody, but also he's a middle-aged man. He's in grown man strength age too. So on top of the fact that he's just in shape for anybody, he looks great. He's a former tight end. He's in phenomenal shape, and he's at grown man strength age. He's like 6'4", 6'5", chisel dude, by the way. You want to leave him alone. Now, I never met Shannon Sharpe, but I have met Ray Lewis, and I'm looking at Shannon and Ray's bodies. Ray's a lot more thicker and like wider, but you get the premise. Like they're both big. You want to leave those two dudes alone. You want to leave Shannon Sharpe alone. Now, the only thing that would I would say, hold on now, Steven Adams is another dude you want to leave alone. I've heard of numerous NBA players say he's the strongest dude in the league, and it ain't close. He was also in that little spat there. I want to say leave Shannon Sharpe alone, but I definitely want you to leave Steven Adams alone. Now, he's 6'11", 7 feet legit, and he's chiseled, and he looks about 35, 40, even though he's not even that old. You want to also leave him alone. He look like he's gonna get the grown man straight early. So them are two dudes that you do not want to get into a fight at the bar. Look, you want to listen to your boy Pharaoh. I'm gonna keep you alive. I'm telling you who to look. I've had my share of spats in my life. I've won some. I've lost a lot more. I'm telling you, at this point in my life, I know what to look for to stay away from trouble. All right, or stay away from. I know what fight I can take on. I know the fight where I know the guy where I'm like, come on, baby, let's go home. I know both of them. If I think I'm good, you'll see your boy start to, okay, what you want to do? Because I ain't no sucker by any means. I can hold my own. But if it's somebody that if I see a Shannon Sharpe or a Steven Adams, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell my wife, baby, get the keys. We go home. Get up out of here. I'm tired. I don't want to do all this. Get me out of here. Like, so that is something I wanted to leave you with. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. I hope y'all enjoyed the content, man. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you leave a like and hit the subscribe button. We got a goal of 100,000 subscribers. We're going to get there really, really soon. With your support, I know we're going to get there, all right? Time, love, and support is what I will never take for granted around here. Shannon Sharpe, stop doing all that, man. Come on, bro.